Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you were here. Today we're talking because another clip has dropped, this time involving none other than Tricia and Ken, that we've got to get into. Because more effery has come out, you guys, more foolishness has come out, and per the request of some of you, you guys would like me to translate what Tricia says. So I will do that after I go as Tricia first, right? Because she does a lot of talking in this clip that was posted, right? So we're going to get right into the clip. We're going to get into Kenny's response and Tricia's response, and then I will translate in English, you guys, what Tricia actually said. So Tricia says the following. There was some stuff that was brought up. Martell acting like he didn't know me. And was brought up and she asked Martell why he acted that way. He was so well because I think he's been at my house. So, yeah, Gavin said, no. And Denton was like, why would he say that? What gave him that energy? What possessed him to say that? I think I was waiting for them to go because I didn't have to go to his house. And so Kenny is like, so you've been to his house? And so then Tricia's like, I can't remember for sure, what you? And then Kenny's like, well, how could you not remember? Like, what makes you not remember that you've been to somebody's house? And Tricia's like, well, I did go to his house. I didn't go to his gym because that was the purpose. And it's like, it's like, no. We never made it to the gym. So, I will translate, you guys. I will translate because this is some tomfoolery. So, Tricia says in English, she says that there was some stuff that was brought up. Martell acting like he didn't know me was brought up, and she asked Martell, I think she's referencing Stormy, about why he acted that way. He said, well, because she's been at my house. So you just laughed and said, no, I didn't, and was like, why would he say that? Like, what gave him that energy? What possessed him to say that? And, but I think I was waiting for that to come out because I did, in fact, go to his house. And so then that's when Kenny is like, so you've been to his house? And Tricia's like, I couldn't remember for sure, but yes. And Kenny's like, well, how could you not remember? Like, what makes you not remember you've been to somebody's house? And Tricia was like, well, I just did. We went to his house, or did we go to his house? We were supposed to go to his gym. That was the purpose. And it's just like, and I was like, no, we never made it to the gym. So here's the thing, you guys. Here's number one. Number one, Tricia cannot tell the truth to save her life, which is why I cannot take her seriously. She's been dishonest about whether or not divorce papers have been filed. She's been dishonest about when exactly her and her husband officially separated. Sometimes it's 4 years, sometimes it's 5 years. She's lying about this Martell situation. Initially, she was pissed off because he didn't know her, and she was trying to bring up his brother as like to bring up a clue regarding their closeness, and Martell still was trying to play like he didn't know who she was, even though he had a big old grin on his face. And then when she got questioned by Stormy and Destiny about going to Martell's house, she acted like they were speaking a foreign language, but basically implied that there was something there if you're saying that you were on the way, or implying that you were on the way. And it's just like, I'm just over it. And in this scene in particular, what bothers me is the fact that Tricia can't even look Ken in the eyes. She can't even look Kenny in the eyes to like tell him, what is what. And even in this clip, she's lying still. She still doesn't want to tell everything out because remember, originally, I believe it was Martell that said he was the one that, they were talking via DMs, supposedly, allegedly, right? So why would you be talking allegedly via DMs about going to the gym together, you guys? That doesn't sound like what those DMs were about. And how is it that you were supposed to go to the gym, Tricia, but you never made it to the gym? What? What does that mean?
What do you mean you never made it to the gym? That means you made it to go to his house, to have an entanglement, to have a booty call, to have a hookup, to have sex. We are not children, you guys. We're all adults here, last I checked. My issue with this is I feel as though Tricia is guilty. She knows that there is something wrong with this timeline of whenever this alleged rendezvous with Martell happened. Or the other side is this is a flat out lie and they can't act to save their lives, right? But nonetheless, I'm going to go with option A. Something's wrong with this timeline. Either this was still when Martell was married to Mel. There's something wrong with all of this. And we know Tricia's been married this entire time. So nonetheless, there's no respect either way, right? And then it's the audacity to come on this show, specifically to bring up this Martell storyline. Kenny should want nothing to do with Tricia if this is a real relationship to begin with, because this is so disrespectful. This is so disrespectful. This is so disgusting. Yeah, we can go in on her husband, Marquez, being a deadbeat dad and the kids calling him dad or whatever else. But we need to discuss Tricia's behavior too, because ultimately she's still partaking in cheating herself. She is still partaking in cheating on her husband, number one, and allegedly, apparently cheating on this side dude, because if he's been in the picture just as long as this alleged 4 to 5 year timeline, depending on what episode you watch, this is a disrespect to him. She cheated on him too. And this dude wanted to marry her. This dude wanted to buy rings. But why are you going to buy rings and propose to somebody who is still legally married to another man? Make it make sense. But this is why I keep saying all of the ego and all of the petty behavior of the core six is why the show is in the toilet, is why the ratings are in the toilet right now. And because of Martell couldn't get it together and number one, stop cheating on his wife, and number two, not realize for the betterment of the show, him and Mel getting along and being able to co-parent would be good for everybody. But instead, he was on some get back, he was on some revenge of massive proportions, and things got completely out of control and out of hand, and the cast took his side. So this is why we have a disaster of a show right now. This is why the ratings are in the toilet right now, because now we have to give the B, C, and D extras of the show, you guys, all this camera time, because again, what is going on with the core six? Why doesn't the core six want to talk? Well, we know at least with one of the core six, they had the bright idea to try to file a lawsuit against some YouTubers, and it completely and utterly backfired now that Owen's involved, right? Allegedly. So nonetheless, even though there's actual paperwork and legal documents to support that, but nonetheless, that's why your screen time is zilch, right? And then we have another couple who just doesn't want to talk about their lives at all and essentially wants to gaslight everybody else in the cast and be involved with the Fletchers, be involved with the Sunny Moses and Destiny nonsense, and now they're going to carry out this Tricia and Martell nonsense, and nobody cares, you guys. And then the ultimate of just wasting this time on trying to drag Mel supporters and drag the Millimeters and throwing shots in every single episode, and Carlos King trying to make himself a cast member the first few episodes, even more than the quote-unquote core six. It's exhausting. But here's my issue. If you're not going to keep it a buck and you're supposed to be on reality TV, like, how am I supposed to take you seriously? You cannot tell the truth in any of the scenes that you were in. You can't even look people directly in the eyes, which is a telltale sign, shout out to Melody Cherie, that you do not have a truth bone in your body. And most of all the cast in this cast, 11 Hunt, well, I don't understand why they lie. Why do you guys lie so much? Like, this is the problem. This is why we drag you. This is why we go in on you. Because you guys cannot tell the truth to save your life, but yet you are filming, quote-unquote, a reality show. You're filming, quote-unquote, unscripted television, but it's giving very much scripted. Like, you can't remember your lines, or you can't remember your lies. You can't get your lies straightened out enough by the time the cameras start rolling, so you look crazy. You look like a fool, and you're making the biggest fool out of Kenny. If Kenny is still sticking around with Tricia after all this is over, then I'm inclined to believe that this is fake news, or this is some type of contract, right? And if Tricia still stays married to Marquez after this season and during the reunion, and there's still no paperwork filed, you guys, I'm inclined to believe again this was just for a storyline, this was fake news. But this Martell thing is a little bit weird, right? Because again, why is this show that, again, Mel, this was her baby, this was her brainchild. Now we are being subjected to all of these women who, quote unquote, know Martell in some intimate capacity. And it's disgusting. You guys wanted to rally for Martell's 10-year side chick to be on this show, but she's too uncouth, she's too out of order, she's too out of pocket, she's not needed. But now we're gonna bring on these entanglements, you guys, as if that's gonna make it any better, as if that is going to enhance the show. And again, we're at the point now where Mel basically said, in an earlier episode this season, that she puts nothing past Destiny as far as whatever the nature of her relationship is with Martell. How could she know at this point with how everything has unfolded? And then we have Martell joking about Law potentially looking like him, as if to imply that him and Destiny had something. And now we have this Tricia nonsense. When will it stop? And then, like I said in the previous video, you guys all allegedly attended the funeral too. Martell's 10-year side chick, Tricia, and Destiny. You guys were all up there in Pimp Row. No. Who in Huntsville hasn't Martell slept with is what I want to know. Who in Huntsville hasn't Martell hooked up with, right? Because this is disturbing. This is disgusting. Like it is. And the fact that Tricia was more upset at the first on-camera meeting between Martell and facilitated by instigator Stormy, she was more upset that Martell didn't remember her. So I honestly believe she felt as a get back, she was going to deny whatever he said about them as her way of her revenge of him not knowing her. But then ultimately she was going to come clean because obviously it's sus the way she's been acting. Obviously, she's not going to also lie to her significant other and make him look like a clown, even though he's been played for a fool this entire time. But here's my thing, Tricia. If you want to be single, just say that. If you want to just, hook up with people, just say that. But stop playing in the people's face about this marriage that is clearly a scam, or maybe you guys are both in on it, I don't know. And then this alleged, boyfriend, side dude, whatever, that he thinks this is supposed to be going somewhere. You couldn't look more disinterested. And then the cherry on top of it all is your most concern about Martell, quote unquote, knowing you. And Martell, quote unquote, acknowledging you. And, trying to make it seem like you guys have some great little fling or great little entanglement that you're trying to keep on the low, but you felt a way when he basically looked at you like he didn't know who you were, even though he did know who you were. But, just playing in everybody's face. And it's like, for what? We are wasting all this time. There's no comeback group. There's no Black Excellence. There's nobody working. There's nobody talking about their businesses. And everybody is coddling these two main storylines of Stormy's instigating, but of, this Kenny, Tricia, Marquez, Martell storyline that's going to be exhausting. And then the Sunny, Moses, and Destiny thing, which is why I'm team nobody in any of this tomfoolery, because everybody is acting foul or acting stupid on purpose. So how can you root for anybody or root for a side when everybody is in some clownery right now? Everybody is in some foolishness right now, right? Like there's nobody to root for in this situation. We already know how trifling Marty Marr is, right? We've seen that on the show. We've seen him disrespect his wife several occasions, right? So we already know about Martell, right? We already know that, you know, Tricia, she's got a husband and a boyfriend, and now allegedly an entanglement, right? That she was trying to keep under wraps. And now the timeline, like I said in a previous video, comes into question, because if this was originally started or picking up steam around the time Mel and Martell were still married, this is even more of a slap in the face to Mel to bring her on this show in hopes of some sort of a confrontation, and hopes that this was going to, you know, again, embarrass and humiliate Mel, who left Martell and divorced him. So what is this old tea, or unless there's still some entanglement going on currently that we don't know about. But even with that being said, even if it wasn't, even if this was just the 4 years ago that they're claiming, this intent to just bring her on the show to embarrass Mel isn't it. Because here's the thing, all of these tactics that you think are trying to, you know, attack Mel and hurt Mel, it's actually hurting yourselves. It's hurting your own personal lives. It's hurting your own relationships. It's hurting your own families. And you guys refuse to see it. Your actions have consequences. There is nothing cute about anything involving this storyline. Like I said, Ken looks completely miserable. He looks completely embarrassed. And then Martell playing in the face of the guys, not even having the audacity to tell the guys that, you know, his history with Tricia, trying to play like he didn't know what they were talking about. Which was why Chris Fletcher threw in the dig about him marrying his 10-year side chick. And of course, we know that's never, ever, ever going to happen in Never, Ever, Ever land. But nonetheless, all of these games that both Tricia and Martell are trying to play in the people's face, as if you do not have cameras filming you for a reality show. The truth is always bound to come out, but these people act like they're not recorded. These people act like we don't have the receipts of you saying different dates and different years and different timelines in every single episode, which indicates the truth is not in you. And you don't want the truth out there because it makes you look worse. It makes you look trifling. But this whole display, this whole scene was completely and utterly embarrassing. And if Ken still sticks around, like I said, if he's still sticking around after this, then I'm inclined to believe that this is a storyline, right? Or this is not a real relationship, because nothing else would make sense as to why you would subject yourself on camera, your first season on a reality show. You're madly in love with her, supposedly. You wanted to propose to her. You were looking at engagement rings. You have her kids calling you dad, and you're, the dad that stepped in for these kids, except for Tricia's giving you absolutely nothing. Trisha could look even more disinterested in you if she tried. But yet she's coming to you when the cameras start rolling to talk about Martell. She's coming to you to talk about her disappointment by not being acknowledged by Martell. That's like the worst thing you can do to a dude is bring up another dude, right? For what? Right? So what are you trying to elicit? Especially when your situation is messy to begin with, especially when you're already still legally married to somebody else, and that whole thing is sus. And you have the audacity to tell this whole story about Martell, knowing that Kenny's already been clowned already by the fellas because something isn't adding up. And then you finally admit, after previously lying in an earlier scene, about going to Martell's house. And what do you mean you never made it to the gym? I mean, I know what that means, right? If you end up at somebody's house and you were supposed to be elsewhere, gee, I wonder what happened with two grown adults, you guys. I wonder what could have happened. Like, let's not play in the face, and let's not insult the intelligence of the fans. But this is not love and marriage, Tricia, because you're not even in love with your own marriage. You're not even in love with your own side dude. You are trying to make fetch happen with an alleged entanglement with Martell. That again puts into question when this happened. Because if it was around the time he was still married to Mel, this is already flag on the play. But it's already flag on the play for both you and Martell because you guys refuse to be faithful to your spouses. And then furthermore, you decide to film with your side dude on camera who wants to commit to you, but you do not want any parts of actually divorcing your husband. So nonetheless, it's like you want your cake and eat it too. But if that's the case, just say that. Just say that you want to be with all of them. But don't play in these people's face and not be, being afraid to look them in the eyes and tell them the truth and tell them what's what. Like, it just makes this all worse. Like, I just don't get it, you guys. But nonetheless, that's where we are right now. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.